No, I'll be in the middle. So it's rolling. So if you guys want to start.
Hi everyone, welcome to the SDGC Part 1 of E3 2018 coverage. I'm Matt.
I'm Jay.
I'm Zach.
And we're here to talk Day 1 conference stuff, right?
Yeah.
Microsoft primarily, because we were actually there at the show, near front row, prime seats.
Gamer Nation.
I have the sunburns to prove it.
Yeah, I do too. I'm burnt. Are you burnt?
I'm pretty burnt. Very dehydrated after the event.
Yeah.
They had us wait outside for 2 hours. But the good news is we got in, and there was a hell of a conference.
It's a great show. It was a great show even if you weren't an Xbox player.
Yeah.
It was just good games.
Yeah, Microsoft's conference this year was all about the video games, which I feel like their conferences have not been about video games in quite a few years. And it was very nice to see them be like, look, we have games. You guys want to play games on our media system, and guess what? We've brought you guys games.
And they started the show off saying 18 exclusives, 15 world premieres, 50 total games. And that total always gets a little like fudged because there's the indie scissor reel that's basically like, here's 20 games in 2 minutes. But I did my best to write down everything. We broke it down by games that are exclusive in some fashion, either timed or fully on Xbox, versus all of the world premieres, which will be on everything, but also have that Xbox marketing deal, so it'll still be associated with Xbox. Either way, Microsoft had a hell of a showing. You guys want to talk about, how do you want to do this? Do you want to do just go in general, or break it down from exclusives to world?
I think we can each talk about, like, each of us, like, be like what we really like.
Cool.
Yeah, keep it brief.
Let's go left to right.
Yeah, so, I mean, the two strong things for me is I thought Halo is interesting. It's obviously ambiguous. What we know is that it does take place after Halo 5. They're redoing a lot of the art direction, going back to what they said was Halo 3's style. But most of that demo really existed to show the engine that the team has been making for the past couple years. They didn't give a date, but we know the other exclusive that I'm excited for, Gears of War 5, is next year. So my guess is that we will not see Halo again until 2020. Again, I really like Gears of War showing as well. I thought the pivot to a more interesting character than the generic Marcus Phoenix' son that was in Gears of War 4 is smart. It seems interesting. It's out next year. Looks great. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Personally, I was really happy to see Microsoft's stance on Japanese games this year. We're getting Nier Automata port that comes out in 2 weeks actually, and it comes with DLC. And we're also seeing the Tales of Vesperia remaster. And I've been waiting for it to be playable on Xbox One for 2 years now, however long that program's been going on for, so I'm very happy to see that. I know these games are not exclusives. I know people want exclusives, but at the same time, I'm very happy to see Microsoft being more positive about Japanese games appearing on their systems.
Yeah.
And I guess another announcement I thought was really cool was Devil May Cry 5. I'm a huge Devil May Cry fan, and I'm very excited to see there's a 5th one coming out. And also Session, if you're into skateboarding games. It was a Kickstarter game that was kickstarted last year, but it's very cool to see it being an early access, possibly, game on the Xbox One.
I'm actually surprised neither of you said Forza Horizon 4, because I'm the only one that doesn't like it, and you guys were like, oh my goodness, Forza Horizon 4.
I buy Forza every year, man. Like I don't like.
It doesn't even register anymore. You're just like, I'm already gonna buy it.
It's kind of like when I go to Walgreens, I pick up my prescription.
I guess Forza is the Microsoft version of EA showing Madden and FIFA. Like, you know it's going to be there, you know it's going to sell a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. They showed some interesting features for that game. Like, I think the seasons thing is good. There's a little bit more information about it now. So for those who missed the show or just want a quick recap, they're introducing seasons, which are basically spring, summer, fall, and winter. And every week they change to a different season. So once a month you'll get every single season, and that impacts how the world is. So I guess that adds greater world diversity. It seems interesting, but it also seems pretty iterative. Seems like a pretty comfortable sequel for Forza Horizon. But hey, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah. For me, the highlight of the exclusive range was Gears 5, because Gears 4 I felt was right up there with Gears Judgment and being just kind of the weaker of the entries.
Yeah.
But Gears 5 really looked diverse in locale, in story, and in characters, which I think is going to be really nice. But the main drive for me was Ori. Ori and the Will-O-Wisps looked absolutely stunning. And all I could think of was, is this the game I should get a 4K TV for? And I think that's really weird that that's the game I want to upgrade for, but damn did it look pretty. And then on the non-exclusive front, you talked Devil May Cry, of course that's a big one for me.
Yeah.
I was slightly underwhelmed by Cyberpunk, but I think that's my own fault because I was expecting actual gameplay and not just a trailer. But the big one I think was the reveal that not only was Devil May Cry and the new anime weeaboo dream game Jump Force shown at Microsoft, but we also got From Software's new game Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, which was a huge get to get on their stage. And it looked, I mean, visually it wasn't the looker of the show, but I don't think anyone ever plays the Souls games for the graphical fidelity. I think that game's going to do numbers.
And I'm happy that From's doing like a non-Souls game. It's been like a decade since they've last done like a non-Souls game. And people don't remember like their output from like the 1990s and the 2000s. So.
Right, give me a new Armored Core, you cowards.
Exactly.
And I think one of the things that was really compelling to me, as somebody who plays Dark Souls and has played Bloodborne, was this feels like an even larger step from Bloodborne away from that Dark Souls formula they've been kind of leaning on for the last 10 years. So a lot of it looks faster. They also have some things that look like the way characters move around the world looks new and faster. It looks interesting. I think it's out in 2019, so not too far off.
Cool. Sekiro, right? Yeah.
Yep.
2019. And just to wrap it up, I'll just say that overall, just a great showing from them. It doesn't matter what kind of game you liked. They had something for you.
Yeah.
Action, RPG, racing, shooter, adventure, open world, linear. I mean, it was a really great show, and you have to give Phil Spencer credit between that and the announcement of new studios.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
5, right? 5 new studios?
And I mean, it's going to be some time till we see output from those, but it doesn't matter because it's not about 2018. It's about showing their fans that they're committed to the future, and name dropping that yes, they are in fact working on a new console was also primarily just said so that people won't worry that they're going to leave the console business. Like, it was all designed to show their fans that they have stuff to look forward to, and I think that was really important for their ecosystem.
And I totally agree, and that's why I think this is probably Microsoft's strongest conference in like the last half decade.
Yeah, it's going to be once the rest of 2018 ends, I don't think we'll have to hear the concern posts about Xbox first party anymore.
No.
2018 will be the end of that.
Cool. So you think that's a wrap, guys, on Microsoft?
I think that's a wrap. So today is a smaller low-key game, but we will get hands-on with some Microsoft games, so you'll hear more from us soon.
All right, I'm Jed.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Zach.
All right, and we're SDGC, and we're out.
Oh, is that how we're ending it?
That's how we're ending it. Actually, that's not how.
I take it back.
All right, bye, guys.
I don't know. We got nothing.
Saki bless.
Saki bless. How do we not end it on Saki bless?